So, well, all right, folks. It is the spookiest time of year again. That magical night where adults dress like their mental illnesses and call it self-expression. Now, if you're like me, you've spent the last few weeks pretending that you were going to come up with a really clever costume. Here we are. It's October 29th. Staring down the barrel of an Amazon delivery window. I think that closed probably 3 days ago. So for all you procrastinating degenerates out there, I, Matty Rockdev, have compiled last-minute Halloween suggestions, guaranteed to horrify your friends, confuse strangers, and disappoint your parents.
Disappoint your parents?
I guess. So I'm going to start with the...
Just put sexy in front of any costume and you disappoint your parents.
That only works for chicks. Like, I can't be a sexy construction worker.
I mean, you could.
You most certainly can.
Thank you.
I see Erica agrees with me. You most certainly could.
Well, there's the I'm fine costume. You just show up in your normal clothes, same jeans, same hoodie, same quiet despair. When people ask you,
I feel attacked.
When people ask you what you're dressed as, say functioning adult. Then stare into the distance like you just remember that your student loans do have a pulse.
You just say, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. What are you? I'm fine. I'm fine.
Fine.
It's not a costume, though. That's like a Thursday.
That's exactly. It's authenticity, baby.
Sponsored by Pumpkin Spice Rehab Centers of America, because sometimes enough is enough.
There's the American healthcare system. You can throw on a white coat, smear some blood on it, and hang a sign around your neck that says $87,000 before insurance. When someone sneezes, hand them a bill and say, sorry, your deductible hasn't met its spooky quota.
That one hits just a little too close to home, Matty.
Well, how about this? You can go as climate change. You can wear a Hawaiian shirt, melted popsicle, and a Bluetooth speaker blasting "It's Getting Hot in Here" on a loop. Every 20 minutes, scream, "I want your kids will inherit," and fall over a sandbag. Another option could be the ghost of your career. This works for any one of us. Wear your old work uniform, sprinkle cobwebs on yourself, and whisper, "They said we were like family." And disappear mid-conversation and leave an auto reply that says, "Out of office permanently."
Hey, let's give a shout out to another sponsor, Spirit of Halloween Real Estate Group. If you don't renew your lease, we will.
Oh my God, in Massachusetts, there's a Spirit of Halloween at Christmas tree shop.
The world is eating itself.
It's like,
I love now whenever there's an abandoned or like a vacant business,
yeah,
a business suddenly vacates or whatever, all of a sudden like all the spirit memes come up.
Yeah, when Iron Hill Brewery
Yeah.
post on in media for Halloween.
Funny story. It's like the Spirit of Halloween thing I get, but like Christmas tree shop was kind of the same thing. Like I think they scavenged their locations.
Yeah, listen.
No, they didn't. No, they were straight up like there. There was one up at Village, not Village Crossing,
Brandywine
Town Center.
That like it was Halloween time to like start decorating. I was like, oh, let's go to Christmas. Never mind. Like, what else do you buy decorations? I don't know. Well, I mean,
but like they moved into that space because it was available and cheap. They didn't move into that space purpose built because that's what ESC pays.
In that
I don't.
space.
That's like brand new.
None of that up there was purpose built. It was all built on spec, and nobody moved in.
Yeah.
And still.
But Crunch Fitness moved in recently too.
Yeah,
they're making a pickleball place near that side of where Christmas tree shop was.
It's coming back.
Yeah. Remember how on Naaman's Road there was a pickleball or something ball place, but now it's a big ass Wawa?
Yeah.
That place moved to that building. Anyways,
Ah.
All right, back to my costume suggestions. The vampire who's tired of immortality. Yeah, forget the cape. Just go with sweatpants, slippers, and 1,000-yard stare. Tell everyone you don't suck blood anymore. You just doom scroll.
So, regular vampire, but on Zoloft.
Exactly. Sponsored by Ouija Eats. Food so good it'll raise the dead. you could be the human algorithm. You could dress half zombie, half influencer, and every time someone speaks to you, just glitch and say, "Be your authentic self," and hand them a random product and whisper, "This one's sponsored."
I guess. I mean,
and finally, my last Halloween suggestion is a limited edition. It's Hope. You could dress in something bright and shiny, maybe a candle or a star, and halfway through the party, just blow yourself out and say, I peaked in the first act. So there you have it. Costumes for the emotionally unstable, the financially ruined, and the spiritually depleted. In other words, our people. And remember, Halloween isn't about being scary anymore. It's about pretending everything's fine while the fog machine slowly fills your house with carcinogens.
Matty, are you okay?
Nope, but my costume says I am.
what a politically charged segment there.
Politically charged?
Well, all of your costumes were very from the news.
Yeah, I guess they were. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, this is what had happened is it started down a track where I've done this a couple Halloweens where I will go, there's always a list of the most, the Halloween costumes you shouldn't wear, the most offensive things you can wear.
Oh.
And then I try to turn that into, these are my last minute costume suggestions.
So we're not wearing geisha costumes anymore. We're not wearing the Pocahontas costume. We're not wearing what else?
You can't.
Why can't we pay homage to geishas or Pocahontas anymore?
You can't be dots or feathers. So sorry. Fools.
What about I always think it's weird to be a nun. That always freaks me out when people I'm not even religious, but I do just feel like that's kind of rude now.
I did that one year.
You were a nun?
Uh-huh.
Ew.
I was Slash one year. Is that cultural appropriation?
I used trash bags to make my hat.
Goodness.
Pete, what's the most offensive thing you've ever been for Halloween?
The most offensive thing?
Yeah.
I can't say I've ever been anything offensive. I mean,
accident.
I have a friar costume,
But not even by accident.
like a monk costume.
Not even when you were young and
Religious.
your parents didn't know any better.
Huh?
Did I ever tell you the story of my mom my mom took a trip to Mexico one summer and she came home with a sombrero.
Oh, you did tell that story.
She came home with this poncho, this blanket, and
A drug rug?
yeah, but not a sealed one. Like you just put it over you and it hung on both sides.
Yeah.
And then so for Halloween that year, she took a wine cork, she burned it and blew it out and let it cool. She didn't burn my face with a wine cork. And then she drew a big fucking mustache on my 11-year-old face.
Wow.
And sent me out as a Mexican. Now, thank God, I lived in a pretty homogenized neighborhood.
Sorry, just homogenized mean like white?
Complete lack of diversity is what it means.
Oh, okay.
If it was all Latino, that's homogenized, right? So I didn't get my ass kicked, but if there was one Hispanic family, I probably would have gotten my ass kicked.
Probably.
It was back in the 80s too. It was a different time.
Yeah. Shit. I can't.
You know, when I was a kid, I used to have a speech impediment. And then one year I went as a pirate. And
Yeah.
I went up to the neighbors and he goes, "Oh," he's like, what are you?" I was like, "I'm a pirate." And he goes, "Well, where are your buccaneers?" And I said, "They're under my bucket hat."
Where does this speech impediment come into play?
Yeah.
Bucking hat.
That you weren't just a smart ass kid?
Ears.
Where are your buccaneers under my bucking hat? It's a joke. I just grabbed it and tried to twist it into my own
Cool.
story.
Yeah.
I do that to Eric all the fucking time.
You just don't need the speech.
She has no idea how many like actual uncles I have. You know what I mean? But like, because I tell lots of stories. You know, I know my uncle.
Which one?
Right.
Yeah, the one on my mom's side. Okay.
I have many uncles. I've only ever encountered one, and that is my mother's.
What are we supposed to be talking about?
Well, now,
Home costumes.
well, I finished. Didn't I finish
I
that?
think I've had 3 Halloween costumes my entire life.
Really?
Hang on.
There's a picture of me with a Barbie mask, like the old school, like creepy, disgusting masks.
Mhm.
There's
The
one.
rubber band.
Yeah, yes,
mask.
yes.
I was Yoda, Lamb Chop, and there was another one.
I have like probably about 10 to 12 different Halloween eligible costumes in this room I'm in right now. And then there's more elsewhere.
A true story. One year, I broke my leg, and I think I told the story how I broke my leg playing Dungeons and Dragons, of course. But
Yeah.
a piano fell on it. But so I broke my leg, and I'm being pushed around on a wheelchair for Halloween. I'm dressed as a werewolf that broke his leg. Right?
Right.
And down I'm at the bottom, and I swear to God, more houses than not would be like, "Well, come get the candy," and they're like, "No, he's really got a broken he's really got a broken leg." Oh, I'm like, "Well, who would do that? Like, who would just you know what I mean?"
I don't know.
I feel like a werewolf that broke his leg would heal pretty quick. They have like werewolf powers.
Werewolf.
That's something I was listening the other day to C Block, and we were talking about Dre fighting weregeese.
Yeah, because that's an everyday conversation.
And I was like, "Do you think weregeese would have like really, like if you didn't use silver, you think they have good regenerative powers?" You know what I mean?
Never really thought that much about it.
No,
No.
that's weird.
You might say.
All right. Well, what the thing that Ricky asked about, what is it that we're supposed to be talking about? And that is Mike has just a note here. We're going off script.
Okay.
You know, says, "I want to discuss the why of doing the show." And
Yeah.
it's how you remain sane.
Yeah. Like, this is a big part of what keeps me going. Like,
Yeah.
being able to sit down and do the show. It's my creative outlet. It's my place to vent if I want to vent. I have camaraderie here. Thank you.
Yeah. I
team up with Matt and pick on me, you know.
Right. And I look silly making flyers for nothing. That's I mean, it's one of those things that we do. It's socializing.
Uh-huh.
We get together. It's more than just the show. We're interacting with each other.
Mhm.
There's a group of friends that in the end of the day, we're a group of friends that support each other in this project that is, just a kind of a creative. It's really a free for all.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's figured that out, but it's like any idea we come up with, we just decided every Wednesday we're doing something. We're going to figure it the fuck out every week.
Yep.
And so far, I think we've gotten better every week. I think every week has been a giant leap forward to, in
We tend to leave the bad ideas eventually.
well, it takes us a while to figure out they're bad, because they're funny to us.
Most.
And honestly, that's really the only thing that only criteria to make it on the show is does it make us giggle? And if it does,
That's the test.
that's the test, right? And one of the reasons that we do, A block in such a tight format is because we want to try and be tight
Mhm.
and have a tight format, But one of the reasons that C block is so loose and free form is because we want to be loose and free form because we're good at it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and B block is just a question.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we going to put between A block
Yeah.
and
But
B block?
sometimes we find interesting people to bring on. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes
we come up with stupid Halloween costume idea bits,
philosophical questions about the show.
right? Sometimes we get into deep personal trauma.
Sometimes you guys catfish me into not knowing that B block started.
Sometimes we catfished Erica into not knowing that B-Box started. Those are my favorite. I tell you what, dude. Last week, I was telling Erica, how lively was my praise for Mike when I'm talking to you about the show this week.
Oh my god, Supermod. You said, "Oh, why don't you listen to the show while you're in the car?" And I was like, "Oh, no thanks."
No, but I was telling you how he did a good job splitting
Yeah, editing it.
A block and
That
B
it
block.
didn't even sound like it was two separate things.
Yeah, and it was almost perfectly evenly
Mm-hmm.
timed, and I'm like, part of that's the prep show, but a lot of that's just him knowing.
Press the delete button at the right time. Good job. Just kidding.
I also know what Spotify does to my file when they get it, so I know what leaders to leave on it and take off of it. I put a fair amount of processing into the audio product as well.
But last week was a very good show from start to finish.
Mhm.
After going back and listening to it, I'll tell you what, I had a different opinion. I've left this chair thinking that we did a great show, went back listening, it was trash.
Mhm.
I hate it. And I've left this chair thinking, it was all right. Went back and listened, and I was like, wow, this was really fucking good.
Yep.
Like, I really enjoy listening to this. So sitting in this chair in the moment, it's very difficult to determine how the show went. You can only deal with how you feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we could use another metric, which would be how many people watch it and what other people say about it. We're not there yet.
Well, the other thing is that we're not there yet because that is not the most important thing about this to us.
No.
The important thing is we're satisfied with the product we're putting out.
Yes.
And what we did to get there.
Right.
Yeah, we're really not doing it for the people. We're doing it for ourselves.
Right.
So that
Just lucky enough to come along for the ride.
right. Yeah.
I mean, if you see it that way. But we were joking last night about, how much how much work we put into being lazy. Yeah, and it's just because we have all these beautifully there's these AI models that'll just kind of
I mean, even
craft the show.
it started before that when I built a link list, and we had this automated system that generated a list of links that we were going to use for the show.
Right. And then getting pissed off that we're just trying to read off the websites. That's all we want to do is read the copy on the website, and they would just fucking shove ads up our asses and play videos we didn't want and do all this shit. And it's like, all right, we need to eliminate this.
We tried writing on our own.
Well, I just started copying and pasting. At first, I just started copying and pasting the articles in and kind of trimming them up so that we could just kind of go through them. But it was that was not long lived. That was maybe one show, and then I discovered that I could put this together with AI. That I could tell AI, I could feed it some of the show.
Yeah.
So it knows, it knows the
tone,
and and put the stories in, and then we don't just take that copy and run with it. We do sometimes because we're not getting paid for this. So this is all a volunteer organization. The ebb and flow of the week runs differently. Sometimes I'm scrambling last minute just to slam copy together, and sometimes we go through and really craft, change the jokes. Does this make sense? We read it. Like last night, we went through a full dress rehearsal almost of A Block.
Yeah. And not to give too much of the formula away, but we're not just relying on a single AI. We'll go to one AI to do.
Oh no, we use Perplexity to do research. I use Grok to do some of the silly stuff. I use ChatGPT for most of the, we call that Byte Reynolds.
Byte does our final polish.
And he does the final polish. He does and then I run the script through him. I upload the scripts to ChatGPT and have it put out the titles, descriptions, and hashtags.
As do I.
And the fucking crawls. I had new crawls made, but I didn't put them up. While I was around, I'd say it was about 4 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
I was working on stuff, and I couldn't keep my eyes open, so I had to go take a nap.
Yeah.
And then I decided that the A Block slideshow was the priority.
Makes sense.
I'll tell you what, I think A Block, that video went really well.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it this week. I usually don't go back and watch our stuff. I'll listen, but I'll probably watch it because I'd like to get that perspective because I'm looking at a different screen while I'm reading.
No, yeah, that's the thing. Now I have 3 screens. And what's that?
I said, how you like that? I've been doing 3 screens for a while.
I don't mind it, but it's controlling the mouse is trying to figure out where you are sometimes. It's kind of tough. But this is it's nice to have. It's better to have something to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And have like a deadline.
Mm-hmm.
Do it by and be ready for, and that's what we do. We like to make fun of shit and talk about stupid stuff.
Yep.
If you want to hear about politics and Trump and all this other shit, there's a million places you can go listen to. But if you just want to hear
open Facebook,
you can go anywhere, right?
Instagram.
That's why we don't talk about that shit, because you can get it anywhere. I don't want to be another voice in that void. I want to talk about Florida Man. You know what I mean? I want to talk about elephants squishing pumpkins, man. You know what I mean? That's what I want to talk about. So it's dumb, but I also want to talk about the end of the world and AI.
Yeah.
And this fucking unknown object that is hurling through space at an unnatural trajectory at us.
Yep. You
know what I mean? I was going to slam together a piece piece about that because it's supposed to
Spooky. Soon.
it's supposed to not hit, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, soon.
I had it write a oh wait.
Oh, really? A snort?
Erica, what's so funny? If you're only laughing at the microphone, you have to.
The microphone is really far from my face. I'm watching a compilation of videos of girls cutting their own bangs.
Oh, dear.
Oh gosh.
My favorite.
Pictures down.
Oh my god, they're doing
That's like a sign of depression when you start cutting your hair.
I cut my own hair during COVID. What a surprise.
My favorite.
I cut my hair for like the last 20
Yeah,
years.
depression, Pete, we know.
I was just gonna say, like,
Not Pete crying out.
yeah.
My favorite hair screw up video. Young girl, she's got a curling iron. She's telling you how you're gonna do this, and you pull it out and you clip it, you roll it back, and you hold it to let it warm, and she goes to open it, and the curl just literally drops off because she burned it clear. Oh, wow. I watched that and giggle.
Oh, I love a fail video. I also am really into compilations of people like getting frightened. Like a really simple boo or like a coming around a corner. Like it's so funny.
Mike,
the guy I worked for years did that to me all the time.
Oh my god, I would hate that if anybody did that, and I wouldn't trust them with anything in my life.
what did what?
Somebody who tries to scare other people.
Jump scare you from around the corner all the
I don't like it.
I don't do that.
I know. I'm just letting you know that don't listen to this and think that it would be fun for me, but because it wouldn't.
Boo.
Ah.
So you called?
Read the notes.
Read the notes.
Read your notes.
Read my notes. The notes. Say, no, it's not there. It's.
What are you guys doing for Halloween? Do you guys give out candy?
Negative.
We're probably going to go to be with our grandson at
Oh, cute.
his house.
I think that's what we're doing too.
This is the Reverend Professor Mike Latoris, reporting live from the Media Virus News Command Bunker, which until 5 minutes ago was just my bathroom, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. The interstellar object known as 3I Atlas, that mysterious visitor scientists assured us was harmless, has just made a course correction. That's right, it steered itself. Not drifted, not deflected, steered. Which means congratulations, Earth. You're now the final destination in someone else's Google Maps. NASA is calling it an anomalous gravitational deviation. Everyone else is calling it the oh shit moment. The object, roughly the size of Manhattan and glowing with what one scientist described as a malevolent curiosity, is now barreling toward the inner solar system with its tail pointed squarely at us, which, for those of you keeping track, is interstellar for bend over. Earlier today, radio telescopes in Chile picked up repeating signals emanating from 3I Atlas. Those signals, when translated through pattern analysis software, formed a single chilling phrase. We saw your internet. And I don't know about you, but I think that's reason enough for them to kill us. Astronomers now confirm that the object is not composed of natural material. Spectral readings indicate a structure of carbon composites, superconducting alloys, and something called directional mass flexion. That's science speak for this thing shouldn't exist. And if that wasn't bad enough, the Defense Department has gone to the condition T-minus WTF. Multiple nations are scrambling fighters, not because they think they can stop it, but because they don't want to be the only ones who didn't try. It's like the whole planet is about to fail a group project and everyone's blaming the kid who built TikTok. As the object closes in, strange phenomena are already being reported. Compasses spinning, cell signals dropping, cats staring at the sky like they just saw the world's biggest laser pointer. And in Florida, because of course Florida, someone already tried to shoot at it. The World Health Organization is warning that electromagnetic interference from 3I Atlas is causing collective anxiety responses. Translation, everyone's losing their goddamn minds, and the Wi-Fi sucks. Experts now believe that this isn't just a comet or even a probe. They're calling it a terraformer, a seed ship designed to sterilize worlds before occupation, meaning we're not getting invaded. We're getting deleted. The object's trajectory will bring it within 0.02 astronomical units. That's closer than the moon, within 72 hours. And according to one leaked memo from the European Space Agency, the energy signature on its surface is increased 5-fold in the last hour. Whatever it's doing, it's waking up. This reporter has spent years telling you that the world is ending. Tonight, I can finally confirm I was right. So my final piece of advice, tell the people you love that you love them. Tell your enemies that you were right about crypto. And if you're listening to this on AM radio, congratulations. You're the only one who'll survive the EMP for another 3 minutes. This has been the Reverend Professor Mike Latoris, reporting for the Media Virus Podcast. And as always, let's point and laugh as our world burns around us.
So I went to ChatGPT and I said, what are the most horrible possibilities and consequences of 3I Atlas?
Yes.
And then it answered that question. And then I said, write a segment for TMVP. And then it wrote a segment. And then I said, no. Write it as if it were breaking news for a single person read. Write it as if all of the most horrible stuff is absolutely going to happen.
Orson Welles, that bitch.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you just read.
Yeah.
That was my own little version of War of the Worlds. There you go.
I felt that when I felt the tone turn, I knew that's what it was, so I just leaned in.
Yeah. That was good stuff. Well, I mean, it's a 40-minute B block.
Okay.
What time is it? It's 10 o'clock, 9:56.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to get Big Daddy on the horn.
Okay, so let's
I'll go.
end the show here. I think that was a pretty fun B block, and
I'll get the bye-bye
all right.
because it's right there. This episode of the Media Virus Podcast is brought to you by 302-46 Voice. That's 302-46 Voice. If you want my voice on your project, dial 302-46 Voice today. Don't forget to check out our sister show on the Media Virus Podcast Network, Stepmoms Without Children. Join Ricky Rockdeff as she takes a deep dive into the fascinating people she meets and thinks that you should meet too. Find Stepmoms Without Children at themediavirus.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your fine podcasts. Special thanks to mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com, delivering regional sports coverage straight to your devices via stream and podcast. Learn more at mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com. If you wish to sponsor the Media Virus podcast, email your contact information to pml@themediavirus.com with the subject line sponsor, or leave us a message at 646-VIRUS01. On behalf of the infection team and our feckless leader, Matty Rockdeff, I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Latores, coming to you live high atop Uncle Butch Studios, with one hand firmly on the pulse and the other clawing for a shred of sanity. This has been the Media Virus Podcast. We'll be back next week. Find us at themediavirus.com, on social media, or download us now from your favorite podcast platform.